Why did you start dropshipping?
My parents always told me that I had to go to university, get a good degree, and that was the way to get successful in life. Then Corona came. I wanted to do something else, so I quit my study. In September last year, I started dropshipping.
How was the program in the beginning?
In February, everything went to I had like 11k revenue and 2k loss. So I thought, okay, I need guidance on this journey, and that's when I found you. Did my first 10k month revenue in August.
When did it all switch, become profitable?
I didn't saw the results in the first month. I always thought, okay, I work hard today. The actions that you take today will reflect way further on. I do a minimum of 5k daily revenue with 20% profit margins.
You can already do 7k days right now because you only started dropshipping not even a full year ago. 100% do 20k days soon. I'm gonna make sure I help you with it.
It comes back to how badly do you want it and how badly do you want to be successful.
What's up guys, I just recorded a really nice client testimonial interview with my top performing or one of my top performing clients, Matteo. He started with dropshipping only half a year ago. He started in this mentorship 3 months ago and he's now doing 7k per day, 5k per day consistently, and sometimes the occasional 7k per day. As you can see, he recently did that in 2 family stores. So the interview is really motivating and inspiring. Matteo is a very high energy guy, very hardworking guy from the Netherlands. So make sure you watch this video all the way through. You do not want to miss any golden nugget that he drops. Enjoy. All right guys, welcome to this interview with my client Matteo. Matteo has been in the mentorship for I think about 4 months. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so Matteo is one of the fastest growing clients. He's very aggressive, urging for fucking results, which is why you grew so fast. But please, Matteo, introduce yourself, your age, where you come from, your background to your introduction.
Yes, definitely. So I'm Matteo, I'm 22 years old and I'm from Amsterdam. I've been doing dropshipping for around 9 months, I think. And before that, that was the way to get successful in life. So in middle school, I did the highest level in the middle school and I was really hardworking. I learned very much. And then I went to the university. I did a business. All the lessons were online and my motivation really dipped and I wanted to do something else. So I quit my study and I went to different, but I wanted to do something because I didn't want to sit on a couch every day. So I did that and then I thought to myself, okay, I want to go back to university. I want to give it another try. And then I started another study and that was communication science. Also total shit. So after 3 months, I quit it again. And then I went back to my old job. And then I think it was to myself, okay, I need to do something else in my life because I cannot do this for the rest of my life, work 30 hours every week and put my... So in January 2023, I started my own company. And at first I started with selling products on bol.com. For all our non-Dutch and Belgium listeners, that is like a mini Amazon. You can buy everything on it and you can sell everything on it. And that was my first start with the business world. And I imported all the goods from China because on bol.com you cannot dropship. You have to import it to your own country and then sell the goods and send the goods yourself. So I did that and I bought some random shit, money guns, handle for the bathroom for elderly people to get a grip on, bread slicers. I bought gym equipment. So really,
You bought stock for all of these products.
yes.
Oh wow!
I think I put like 18k in or something.
What?
Yeah,
Crazy.
it went all right. I think I did my first 10k month revenue in August because I ordered all the stock, and once I had a good selling product, my stock became emptier. And I had to buy it again, but the shipping time from China with that kind of stock is like 6 to 8 weeks because I let it ship out with a boat instead of the airplane with drop shipping, of course. So at that moment, it wasn't really scalable for me. So that's when I looked for another business model, and I still worked at my recruiter job, by the way, next to that. And I quit that in September last year. And then I went to work as a freelancer next to it. I worked in logistics, was fucking shit, but I earned some money and I had to do it to pay my bills, etc. So in September last year, I started dropshipping.
So wait, at that point, 18k is gone.
No, it was not gone because I sold. The problem with bol.com is also the returns are free. So all the customers, like half of all the customers, just return their shit because it's free and they're not satisfied with the product because it is from China. The quality is not really good on everything because all the customers returned my my products. And again, I made some revenue and I made some profit here and there, but the profit margins were very low. I think like between 3 and 5% of the total revenue. So again, it was my first step into the business world, but it wasn't really good. That's why I looked for other business models, and that's why I came into dropshipping. September last year, I started with that, and I bought a course of two Dutch guys, and it was just a general dropshipping strategy. So for me, that didn't work out. And after 2 months, I think I made like 4K in revenue, but I also had 4K in ad spend. So it wasn't really good. And that's when I went on YouTube and I searched for some new strategies. And that's why I found you actually. So I found a video of you about Funnelish and I tried the strategy. And I think the third product that I tested, it was, every dropshipper knows it, but it was the green mask stick. And I put it in an ugly ass funnel, but for some reason I made good sales. And the problem was I still had my own personal ad account and it had like a spending limit of 50 euros every day. So looking back to that now, I had some amazing results because every day I had like 300 or 350 in revenue, but only 50 in ad spend. So I had for like 1 month, I had ROAS 7 every day with just a green mask stick. So that was crazy. The first like winner that I had in dropshipping. And in December, it still went all right. I still could scale the green mask stick. I had some other products next to it as well that went all right, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I just tested some products, made the most ugly funnels, didn't think about the marketing. But I think because it was Q4 that, yeah, it just went all right and everything sells in Q4, I think.
Yeah.
And that guidance on this journey, and that's when I found you or decided to join your course.
Yeah. So you first started dropshipping from scratch only last year in October. You started with a mentorship, but it was a little bit outdated. Then you found my strategy on YouTube. You saw success with it because you just implemented it yourself. Because that is a very important lesson for most people. They do not really implement anything they see in my videos. They just, watch the videos and then just continue watching other YouTube videos and scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and whatever the fuck. But you have to watch these videos and then implement the knowledge, obviously. And you made money with it. And that convinced you to then join the mentorship because it was beginning. Just explain to the people how it was for you.
Yeah, so the first month for me was literally grinding. So, not a backstory. I went in January to Porto with my girlfriend just to fully focus on dropshipping and on my business. And I went there and I also quit all my jobs that I had. So I burnt all my ships, as you say that. And in the beginning of the program, I just grinded every day. I think I definitely worked every day, also in the weekend, just making funnels together with my VA because my VA also made the funnels, but I also made funnels because I want to, as you said in the beginning, I'm really aggressive, so I wanted to test every day 3 products, and also because I had the time for that, because I went fully into dropshipping. So the beginning was funnel building, video editing, launching campaigns, receiving feedback, implementing. I didn't saw the results in the first month, so the results came later. I always thought, okay, learned in this program as well that the results that you or the actions that you take today will reflect way further on. So like in 2, 3, 4 weeks, or even further, 2, 3, 4 months.
100%.
Yeah.
It's still the same with us today. If we have a dip, for example, okay, we get back to the drawing board, we reset everything, we grind our ass off for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then only in the next month we start seeing the first results off of that. And then it's important that when the results go like this all of a sudden, because of the work that you did a month ago, you do not settle for those results and get comfortable. If you then keep grinding in the uptrend, that's when you're gonna see the consistency throughout the entire year. But I remember you grinding in the beginning, sending me 3 funnels every single day to review for you. You had me grinding as well for you because you said so much shit every single day. But I knew from the start that it was gonna be good for you. We were gonna see the results eventually. And then when did it all switch and become profitable again?
Yeah, so after 1 month, I found like 3 products that I scaled up to €700 daily ad spend, and it was like in the same week. So it were 3 products that are all just winners. And yeah, as I said earlier, that was just a result of me grinding the past month, customer, and why will my customer buy this product, and just focusing more on quality than on quantity. That was one thing that improved my knowledge about dropshipping, and that also I think that was also one of the reasons why I could scale these products so high, because the quality was just overall good of my funnels.
The general dropshipping strategy where it is mainly about volume, and it's a good strategy. You copy and paste everything that you can see. You scour the spy tools and the Facebook ads library, and then you scale whatever works to usually 200-300, maybe 500 per day in ad spend, but usually not more than that. And then that's a volume based written on our funnel, on our product page, on our ads.
Yes.
We even edit the scroll stopper of our ads, and that makes us understand what we're doing. And it has 2 main benefits: scalability, higher winner rate. That's actually 2 already, but I meant to say 3 benefits, because you can transfer this knowledge into a brand later on. But yeah, why did you start dropshipping? I think I actually forgot to ask this question in the beginning. This is a very important one. What's your motive? You didn't fit into working for someone else, which I can completely understand. But you have that fire in you. But do you have a deeper reason than that? For example, you want $100 million on the bank. You want to help your parents. You want to help your brother, whatever it is.
Yeah. So I want to move freely. So I want to work whenever I want and wherever I want. That was one of the main reasons. Like I said, I went to Porto, and that was really amazing because I could work from there. And to be honest, I hate it in the Netherlands, so I want to move to another country. And yeah, that's a nice part of having an online business, is you can work from everywhere. And of course, the main reason is the freedom to move everywhere where I want, definitely. And deciding my own schedule, because I really like it. That was one thing that I also hated from the 40-hour work week, is that my schedule was strict. I had to do certain things for someone else, but now I decide what I want to do every day. So on Sunday, I plan my whole week, and I like every day because I decide what I can do. And that is also a really, really big benefit of having an online business and dropshipping.
Yeah, that's a great reason. And if you combine that with discipline and hard work, which you already had built up. But what numbers did you do in the program so far, by the way, just to give some context here?
I do a minimum of 5K daily revenue with 20% profit margins.
Okay, that's really healthy. It's crazy because you only started dropshipping in October. When I started dropshipping in 2019, it took me 6 months before I did $200 in revenue per day. The main difference is that I was too scared to buy mentorship and too broke as well. But good for you. Now, what was the biggest change that you did to see the numbers that you're doing right now? Has there been one change? You said you did volume in the beginning, and then you put more effort into copywriting and stuff. Was that the biggest change, or was there something else as well?
So again, focus more on the quality. And I also became better in creating ads during the mentorship. So I think that was one of the main reasons why my numbers grew so fast, because I literally learned about the basics of marketing, and I didn't know that before. And that's also a big advantage of the funnel strategy, because you really learn marketing. And where in dropshipping do you learn about marketing that I take with me the rest of my life? So that was really nice. And hiring more people. And as you all, definitely. So now I have a team of 6 people. The creativity of the business, and thinking more of where to improve instead of building funnels myself or creating ads myself. Now I'm just more thinking about how can I improve and on what can I improve and how can I learn that to my employees, because that's also an important step.
Give us some juicy insights on, you said 2 things, copywriting and more effort in the ads. Can you give us some juicy insights into exactly what you mean with that?
Yeah, so regarding copywriting, and based on that custom avatar, we write our advantage of the product and the headlines of our products. So you ask fears of the customers, of the customer is, And then according the customer who potentially will buy the product, when he or she reads these messages. So what I do is I make my scripts based on the funnels. So when the customer hears things in the video, he or she will also read it in the funnel, so that you have a customer journey. Consistency, exactly. So first and that brings more. I think it increases the conversion because it's just more consistent for the customer.
This is a principle that's written in the book Inflow. Apply this in a physical store and stuff, but you can apply this to your e-commerce business as well, because psychology never changes, and marketing is essentially just psychology. So I highly advise anyone who's listening to read that book and then think of how you can implement this into your business. So consistency, if you show something in the ad or you make a claim in the ad, make sure that exact same claim is written on your product page in the exact same way. That's just one small little golden nugget that does massive changes for your conversion rate.
Definitely. Preferably in your ad copy as well, so that it's just
keep pushing yourself, Matteo. I think that's for you not really a problem, but it's very interesting to hear for other people.
Yeah, so when I started, as I told earlier, I burned all my ships, so I left my job. So I gave myself no other choice than succeed. And I think that's the main reason why I stay motivated. I have to make succeed because I don't have anything else. I don't have a degree. I don't have so I have to make it work.
Enough, because some people, and I don't know what it is for you, can fall back. If you're broke, you can just keep living with your parents. Do you have a tip for those people? Like you say, burn your ships, but for some people, they still live too comfortably.
How badly do you want it, and how badly do you want to be successful? And
exactly.
And do you want to work for a boss? Do you want to work for yourself? For the people that are okay with working for a boss, then I don't really have tips for them. But if you don't want that, then just focus on the end goal and focus what you want.
100%. Yeah, man. And then, good question. You were traveling. What was your daily routine when you did that? And what's your daily routine now? Is it the same or?
Yeah, it's the same. So what I do is I set my alarm clocks, do some squats to get the heart race or the heartbeat racing, and then I hop under a cold shower just to wake up, and then I'm there literally. So then I check my ads from the last day, and then I I have my own office at like 5 minutes from my house. And then I do some deep work from like 7 a.m. to, let's say, 1 p.m. I think about ways to grow the business. I do some product research. I do some competitor research. Just some things where I have to be focused. Then I go to the gym 1 hour between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. And then the rest of the day up until like 5 or 6 p.m. I do calls with team members. I do calls with other people because I also want to grow my network, because that's also really important. And I want to share value with people, but I also want to receive some value. Or we have group calls with you, of course. So that's more for the busy work things later in the day. Then I go to home and I do that 5 times per week. And in the weekends I'm free. So I check my ads in the weekend, and sometimes I do some really quick things, but in most of the times I don't do anything in the weekend. I just want to relax. So important in life.
100%. As long as you keep your business in check. Because I remember when I was in the beginning of my business career, I would also take the weekends off, but then I would get fucking wasted, for example, and literally just completely forget about the business completely, not even checking it. And that completely fucks up your momentum. So it is very important to stay there with your brain during the weekend and spend at least 1 hour in the day to check everything in the business so you're up to date, so you do not start your Monday behind. But then you plan your weeks on Sunday, right? So everything that you do in the week, even the detailed tasks themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I do the same. That's really important for me as well, because then you can start your workday, even if you have no motivation at all. But you just have to open up your calendar or your notepad or whatever, and you see that's my task, and then you just begin grinding on it. So that's nice, man. All right. What are your personal future goals, Matteo? I asked you already, and you said you wanted to travel, but please go ahead and explain in detail.
Yes, so again, I want to travel. I want to see every country in the world because that's something that I always wished for when I was younger. I want to see more of the world, and that is one thing. I want to do it with my girlfriend because we're a team. She's always supporting me, so I want to explore the world with her. And yeah, I want to live in another country than the Netherlands, but I think that's also clear for my story. The weather, the fact that everybody here wants to party and circle. Most of the people are not focused on business and are only focused on the weekends and want to drink a lot, want to do drugs, etc. So yeah, I don't really like the country. I just want to leave it. Portugal is really interesting to me because I already went there and because I really like the country, the weather, just the overall feeling of the country. And I'm also interested in Bulgaria. That's more because of tax reasons. And I'm planning to go there for a week this summer and see how it is, how the life is there, etc. Yeah, so these two are my most wished for countries.
Because I think if you want to travel a lot, maybe Dubai is the easier option, but
yeah, to be a resident there, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Could also be an option. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then what about your business goals, like in the next month, the next quarter, and then in the next year? Where do you want to be?
So in the next month, I want it that way every day and have someone do that for me, and have someone control the employees for me. So that will be a nice next step. See how far I can scale it and see how good it can go. And then starting next year, I do want to keep dropshipping, so I will use it as a profit machine or cash machine, and then look into a brand. So finding a product which I can eventually sell into the USA, for example, and then really grow a brand which you can eventually later on sell, because that's not really a possibility, or that's not really possible with dropshipping stores. Yeah, so I think these are my next two main business goals.
Yeah, good. I think your record right now, last month you did a 7K day, right? Or something? 8K?
Yeah, this month, yeah, it was two weeks ago. 7.5K, yeah.
All right. And then revenue-wise, where do you see yourself, what do you see yourself doing in the next couple of months?
When I'm adding Sweden to it, and I think that's a reasonable goal.
Yeah. It's just doubling. And also, I think I said this to Vova as well. We just did an interview too. Right now, this little tiny period of the year is the hardest it gets. It's only going to get easier from now on. I've just noticed, I've talked with a lot of, it's going to be much easier. So I think if you can already do 7K days right now with your tiny experience that you have, because you only started dropshipping not even a full year ago,
yes,
then
definitely.
You will 100% do 20K days soon. Make sure I help you with it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. And then one last question, Matteo. What is your advice to the beginner listening right now? Just your one piece of advice from your perspective.
So I actually have a couple advices, not really one, but first of all, I would say stick to your plan and always execute. Show up every day. Second of all, just test consistently, at least 2 per day. 1 per day is also good, but preferably 2 per day. And yeah, again, be consistent in that. So do that every day. I would also say burn your ships, because yeah, that's, for me, it really motivated me because I didn't have any second option. I had to do it. And I would also say for a beginner, try to do that and try to implement it as well.
For me, burning my ships was also massive. That's how I work anyways. I need stress or else I can't do shit. I will just sit in the couch all day. So even right now in my business, I'm not just doing it for me, but for my team members. If I don't perform, my team members will not, be proud of me, or they will not get their money if I have partnerships and stuff like that. So I think it's important to keep setting yourself up for stressful moments, because that pushes me a lot. And then burning your ships is very wise. If you are relatively smart and the most important thing, are hardworking, 100% everything is going to work out. as long as you start with the right business model. There are a lot of scams out there as well. But I mean, dropshipping is obviously not a scam. There's so many people online who are successfully dropshipping, and you do not need 6-figure profit months in your first 3 months. But if you can just make your first 2K, 4K, 5K, 10K, then you can also, 10x that at least. So yeah,
Definitely.
Matteo, I'm not sure if you have anything to add.
No, not really. No,
Okay. Can I put your Instagram below?
definitely. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So follow Matteo on IG, guys. Ask him any question. If he has the time in his day, he might respond to you.
I
Thank you
will.
so much for doing this interview. I really
Yes.
appreciate it, and I look
Thank you too.
forward to doing 30K days with you in Q4. And hopefully you can get the fuck out of the Netherlands very soon.
Yes,
All
I
right, man.
will.
Perfect. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thanks, man. Bye bye.